Suddenly the 4,000-pound claims look slightly more valid and would approximately make them 8 to 10 times stronger than a human being lifting wise, though.
Good lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they strong, but like that damn strong man doesn't even make no sense, man. We are reacting to 100 people versus a gorilla, the honest truth by Lonk's Tales. Now, I ain't gonna lie, there is no way in hell that a gorilla would beat 100 men. Let's be honest, bro. That's not happening. That would never happen, especially with me on the team. Yo, with me on the team, bro. Yo, gang, you don't even need 100, bro. You probably need like just one of me, gang, against 100 gorillas. I promise you. If you could please subscribe, we are so close to 100K subscribers. We are literally right there, man. Just go hit the subscribe button, please, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll do anything for that subscription.
But what the hell?
Also, follow and watch me live on Twitch. I'm live almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy over there.
So recently, all of social media has been blowing up with the debate of one gorilla versus 100 humans.
Like,
the funny thing is that everyone seems completely divided on
like,
who would win the fight. One
it's
side
just
thinks
like,
that the gorilla would pull a Winston and just completely thrash the army.
Bro, they think the gorilla is General Grodd. You know what I'm saying? They think the gorilla is Superman himself. They think the gorilla is Donkey Kong, King Kong, man. That gorilla ain't doing nothing to me, gang. It's not doing nothing to me, bruh. I don't know if that's just the human in me, that's just the pride, the ego in me, but I just don't see myself losing when I got 100 people right by my side against a gorilla. Yeah, the gorilla could be strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the gorilla got like 4,000 pounds. Yeah, the gorilla can give you that big ass dick. It can walk out like this. You know what I'm saying? That King Kong. Lay it down flat. Yeah, they could do that, but why does that matter? I'm not understanding. At the end of the day, it's 100 of us, bro. There can't be no way. It don't got enough stamina for all of us. It don't. I'm sorry, it don't.
While the other side believes that the sheer numbers would let the humans just beat up the gorilla like it's Naruto. But who is actually correct? Is a gorilla versus 100 people actually a fair fight, or is it actually a stomp? Does the gorilla win?
It's a fair fight, bro.
Humans? Let's
it's a fair fight.
If you like this kind of stuff,
there's gonna be people that die.
Let's jump right in.
Definitely,
now,
there's gonna be a lot of people that die.
I think it's important to establish both sides of this fight. For the gorilla, we are assuming that this is essentially the strongest gorilla possible. Of the 4 gorilla species, easily the largest and strongest would be a silverback eastern lowland gorilla. At the absolute largest, gorillas can stand at over 6 feet tall and weigh between 400 and 500 pounds, with the largest ever being about 600 pounds or even beyond. However, this fails to capture how a gorilla's overall proportions drastically exceed that of a normal human, with a wingspan of over 8 feet, drastically more muscle mass, and far less body fat. In comparison to the peak gorilla, the group of humans will be made up of 100 average people. They will.
You said average. Average. So the gorilla can have all that equipment on his body. It can be the biggest, strongest, baddest guy around here. But you telling me I gotta walk around with some average niggas? I gotta walk around some skinny little body boy, petite ass niggas? You telling me that's who I gotta fight with, bruh? Against that big ass ass nigga, man? Are you crazy? Who the hell labeled it as average humans, bruh? Nah, you had it done yourself. Average? Oh, nah, we losing.
There will be no boxers, nor MMA
Are
fighters,
crazy?
or athletes.
Average?
Instead, it will just be 100 totally normal people with totally normal physical stats, with there being an equal number of men and women. Now, technically, average height and weight varies somewhat drastically across the planet, so for this video, we'll be taking the stats from just Americans when possible. This means the 50 men in the group will be on average.
Oh, Americans? Oh, you take Americans. Oh, that's easy.
Almost 200 pounds, while the 50 women in the group will be on average 5'4" and 170 pounds. Now, to be fair, Americans are kind of fat, so ultimately using the statistics of a healthier nation doesn't change these values very much or the outcome in my opinion.
I think the fat,
so
I think the fat like
the gorilla
holds,
is going to be
you know what I'm saying?
Far larger than any single human, exceeding them in height by a couple inches and being casually twice the weight of the average man.
See, but
also,
average
just so we're
is
all
crazy.
on the same
Why we gotta
page,
pick
this
average?
is what 100 people looks like.
Okay, so I see all this, and I feel like I could take them on myself. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, that's bad. See, but the thing is, they're not bringing some real ass niggas, man. These don't look like a real team. This don't look like a team where I can just like have my faith in, bro. If I'm in this league, bro, I'm not gonna have no faith in this league, bro. We gonna be broke by the end of 2025, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, man. We gonna be on the street picking up pennies with lints on them, gang. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We need a competent ass.
Definitely
team,
not
bro.
a small group, but it's also not a massive crowd by any means. A lot lot of college lectures have more people.
Like you say, you look at this and you get scared.
Who wins this? Determining the true strength of a gorilla is incredibly difficult for multiple reasons. Firstly, gorillas ultimately are not a predatory species, so in comparison to something like a bear, a wolf, or any of the big cats, they rarely, if ever, go out of their way to attack humans. Secondly, unlike for humans that will willingly do experiments to test the limits of human strength, doing the exact same thing is almost impossible for gorillas because they're not just going to do a bench press for a couple of bananas, unfortunately. This forces most, if any, estimations of gorilla strength to be just that, estimations based off of their bodies and the very rare instances of strength that we have seen from them. Thirdly, there is a lot of hearsay and misinformation regarding gorillas, with most online sources claiming completely different stats for what gorillas are actually capable of. Finally, a lot of info about gorillas that does exist is oftentimes really old. The biggest issue, though, is that inconsistent information. For example, one website says they can lift 1,800 pounds, while another claims they can lift more than twice that at 4,000 pounds.
Okay, which one's the real one?
Even more wild.
Which one's the real one, though?
Sources put it in terms of humans.
Which one is the real one?
A gorilla is 8 times stronger than an average man. Another claims that they are 4 to 10 times stronger than a human.
Okay.
Another source claims 12 times, with another claiming that gorillas are a whopping 20 times stronger than a human. Clearly, the only consistent thing agreed on here is that gorillas are stronger than humans, but this much variation in number between sources is
they definitely strong.
These numbers
we already know that.
Completely made up or very unsubstantiated. So let's look to what actual researchers have said about gorillas, or what we have actually seen them do in real life.
Protect your bay.
Consistently, gorillas have been seen uprooting thin banana trees, shattering protective glass, and have broken human arms in brief attacks. Smaller and weaker primates like chimpanzees have shown feats of strength 2 to 3 times stronger than that of a normal human, around 800 to 1,200 pounds. Given that chimps are less than a quarter of the weight of a gorilla, suddenly the 4,000-pound claims look slightly more valid and would approximately make them 8 to 10 times stronger than a human being lifting wise, though.
Good lord, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know they strong, but like that damn strong man doesn't even make no fucking sense, man. I ain't gonna lie, against the average human, this is a Avengers level threat, nigga. This is basically Thanos, gang. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing TikTok comments saying like, bro, they acting like we fight against Superman. Yes, nigga, that's basically y'all Superman, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Average humans against a gorilla, nigga, that's basically Thanos himself. That's basically Darkseid, my nigga. What the fuck you gonna do against that gorilla? Nigga, you're cooked, gang. There's nothing else for you on this earth, gang. It can't be no average humans, bro. I'm sorry. It gotta be the best of the best. You know what I'm saying?
Strength and weight don't
8 to 10 times strong is crazy, man. Good lord.
Looking back to older information, the statements get harder to verify, but
could also be potentially background noise, please. You know
as
what I'm
these were
saying?
real
Focus on the video.
In the wild. We have accounts from 19th century explorer Paul Chalu recounting gorillas snapping and bending metal guns with their bare hands, or even an older account from explorer Andrew Patel that recounts that 10 people were unable to pin a gorilla down. Finally, we have more speculative calculations around things like gorilla bite force and punching strength, which is incredibly difficult to calculate without, you know,
we still got 90 more though.
Something that actually measures the
we
force.
still got 90
even
more.
The most lowball calculations put the gorilla's strength at around 881 joules of force, with the highest being 3,660 joules of force. In comparison, humans output only about 74 joules with their punches, which would make the potential difference in punch power anywhere from around 10 to 50 times. I don't think really speed is something we really need to talk about here. It isn't like other power scaling topics.
We don't really care about the speed, bro. We're gonna pin it down anyways.
Or anything like that. Gorillas and humans are simply comparable in overall speed, with the gorilla being a bit faster in bursts of muscular power, though such speeds aren't exactly sustainable. So overall, gorillas are stronger, larger, heavier, and more powerful than multiple humans combined. Either way, though, are the humans cooked? Let's get into it.
Now, we not.
1v1, 2v1, or even 10v1. I think the gorilla could pretty easily take it. From everything we've seen, from historical accounts to estimations, a gorilla may legitimately be around 10 times the strength of average humans.
100?
All of these random articles potentially correct, even if they were just yapping. Single strikes and bites from a gorilla is going to be breaking bones of whoever is unlucky enough to be in range. As they tend to do, they can also easily grab, lift, and pull around any human they manage to grab. Furthermore, most attacks from a human are simply not going to legitimately harm a gorilla, the difference in the basic lifting and punching power being so immense that the person punching the gorilla would probably hurt their hands more than the gorilla's body.
Yeah, but you know what is gonna hurt? If I grab that nigga by the balls, what happens now? You know what I'm saying? If I poke that nigga in the eyes, what happens now? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be that one nigga when I'm in the field, bro. I'm gonna be behind them niggas. I'm gonna be grabbing to their shirt and I'm gonna throw it at the gorilla so the gorilla can get distracted and grab them niggas, and they're gonna have to die for me. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. I'm that type of nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to die for my cause, cause I'm gonna make sure I get dirty in that mother. I keep telling niggas, I'm gonna get dirty. Like, that's what they're like. They think we gonna play clean. No, that nigga dick is gone. His balls is gonna get crushed. His eyes is nowhere to be found, bro. I'm putting a finger up in that nigga. I don't know what else to tell you, but bro, when it gets serious, nigga, against a gorilla, that big ass, nigga, I got to. It's just something I got to do.
But as the number of humans increases towards 100, things get worse and worse.
Oh yeah, it's cooking, and he got no stamina too.
Fatigue. Gorillas
That's what I'm saying. Exactly, he's tired.
They really built for long, drawn-out fights.
They
Most
tired.
conflicts between gorillas only last a couple minutes at most, which is actually true for most humans as well. But while the gorilla might tear through 20, 30, 40 people, boom, there are still 60 humans the gorilla has to beat in order to win. Secondly, in this fight, strategy and coordination genuinely matter. For this fight to even happen, we kind of need to ignore the concept of fear for both sides. If a gorilla saw a group of 100 humans, they are very likely not going to attack and just run away. On the other side, if most people saw a gorilla beating up a dude, they're not going to jump in and help out. They are also running away. With that being said, if both sides legitimately want to beat the other with full conviction and no other options,
I ain't gonna lie, Tarzan moving though.
Pretty quickly coordinate to absolutely bum rush on the gorilla, who simply would not be able to attack every person at once, even 20 people at once. Which brings up the third thing: weight. For as strong as a gorilla is, especially a potentially tired gorilla, is simply not strong enough to hold off the weight of a coordinated group of humans.
That's what I'm
At
saying.
the mid-end estimation of 1,800 pounds, even just 20 200-pound humans would be able to pin down a gorilla. With the only claim to the contrary being from a guy born in the 1500s. Would people get hurt and probably be killed in this effort to pin him down? But again, there are 50 dudes all free to do this.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta be sacrificed.
But
you gotta
pinning
be
isn't
sacrificed.
enough. The gorilla would need to be defeated, and even without tools, humans should be able to actually hurt gorillas. Human punches are far weaker than the apes. Human kicks are overall far stronger. It can range from over 3,000 to over 4,000 joules, which is actually stronger than gorilla punches from a pure energy output standpoint, as crazy as that sounds. So while yes,
don't let me go
one
karate
guy
kill on your
kicking
ass,
the gorilla
nigga.
would
On me.
probably do nothing. Several dozen
yeah.
people, all
Us.
he's already pinned
it's
down,
cooked.
would
It's
eventually
cooked.
take him out.
Oh, you didn't even need to tell me that. Oh my lord, it's cooked. That you didn't have to tell me that, bro. I promise you, I'm gonna practice by kick every 1,000 kicks a day, nigga, on my Bruce Lee shit. I promise you.
Out. So yes, 100 humans could
win.
beat a gorilla. If gorillas were truly a threat,
could,
literally
no.
100
humans will beat the gorilla. You know what I'm saying? Look, I get it. You a human, you a pussy ass nigga. So you gotta use the could word. Nah, nigga, we will beat the gorilla.
humans at a time, there would be far more stories of gorillas actually, killing humans, while we have stories like this for elephants or bears. So the bottom line is this: humans most likely win.
Most
you
likely,
don't
nigga,
want to be at
we
the front of
will
the crowd when you're staring down a silverback.
Oh, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Thank you so much for watching.
You know what I'm saying?
Always,
I'm definitely not gonna be
and
first.
I'll catch you guys in the next one.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be crazy. Hey, that was a W video, too. That was a W video for the humans, because the gorillas know we will beat their ass. You know what I'm saying? All the gorillas watching, I just know, like, it'll only take me by myself to beat y'all. I'm playing. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch.